Hello, this is Ariella Carmel, and I'm at Calcalist e-commerce event in Tel Aviv. I'm joined by Chen Tamir, the founder and Co-CEO of ModiBodi Israel. Thank you for joining me, Chen.
Thank you for having me. What a pleasure.
So can you start off by telling me a bit about ModiBodi?
Sure, for anyone who doesn't know, it's fabric textile technology in the form of underwear that absorbs menstruation, leaks, bladder leaks, sweat, and discharge, and completely replaces pads and tampons. And I came to use this from a recommendation of a friend, and in 2018, I didn't understand it, who still not in Israel, so I did some homework and began importing ModiBodi underwear to Israel. It was the first line of period underwear in Israel, and we effectively opened up a new market here for the product. Today there are dozens of competitors and knockoffs. We're sold across the Super Farm franchise, which is the big chain of pharmacies, the biggest retail chain in Israel. And we not only, I think of it not as selling underwear, but as selling the normalization of menstruation and of women's bodies. And that's been a kind of North Star for us in terms of our marketing. All of our models are real, very diverse women who are never photoshopped. And the trajectory that we've had has been amazing. The company was founded in Australia in 2013, and I founded ModiBodi Israel in 2018. And since then, we have grown in leaps and bounds. And if you would have told me 5-6 years ago that women would be taking photographs of themselves in underwear for bladder leaks and periods and putting it on their social media profiles, I would have not believed you, but that is what's happening today. And I think the conversation around how we've marketed, as well as what we've done in e-commerce, has really changed the conversation in the market in Israel in general. And I think that it's an amazing story because we are a small business. My husband and I run it together we have about 15 employees. But the business couldn't have started in the kind of ecosystem that existed here 10 or 20 years ago. E-commerce tools, especially digital marketing on Facebook and Instagram, much more affordable for us as a small business. We couldn't have taken out big ads in Calcalist newspaper or something like that. And the kind of tools that were available for us, I built my own website with my own, two hands, basically at the beginning before Itamar even joined me. So these kinds of tools didn't exist and didn't really enable small businesses to grow, I think, in the rate that they have been in the past 5-10 years.
So then can I ask you why you think that there has been such enormous growth and what has allowed you to grow as a company over the last 10 years in particular?
Well, it's a pretty unique and amazing, life-changing product, so a lot of it has been word of mouth.
It's a great product.
Thank you. I think so too. And I think women are looking for more comfortable, more ecological, more affordable solutions. So that's one thing, and word of mouth really helped with that. I think that the coronavirus was a wonderful thing for e-commerce in general, and I think that a lot of it had to do with timing as well.
Do you feel like there's been a shift in attitudes towards seeing issues in products pertaining to women, specifically within e-commerce?
Absolutely. I can speak about ModiBodi at the beginning when we just started advertising. We just got a lot of yuck, 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 all these comments on our Facebook posts, campaigns, and all kinds of women were tagging each other. This is for you, you Magila, you're disgusting. Use that. All these women are now asking for coupons right now. So there's absolutely been a shift in the conversation. Some of that had to do with some of the marketing work that we did with social influencers and celebrities, and that really was a key turning point for us in terms of legitimizing the product and legitimizing its use. Omnichannel, getting into Superfarm is another step. Actually, this is not very e-commercey, but kind of having the support from all around. So we started advertising on the radio a couple of years ago, and that was also a big moment for us. Not big moment, but it helped legitimize the idea and the brand. Suddenly my customs officer was oh, I know you guys, kind of and before it was just what, you want me to wear that, kind of thing. So I think ModiBodi has done a lot to change the conversation, and I think that's been happening slowly in others, in technology and e-commerce as well.
Now, are you noticing any specific trends within the e-commerce sector, and specifically as they intersect with, say, femtech and issues pertaining to women and other people?
There's definitely growing interest in femtech and in any kind of, I would say, feminist endeavor that has to do with the economy and trying to support that. I'd like to see more of that and more of that supported. I can speak about Israel. I think it's a bit less. I think that kind of awareness is not there yet as it is in the rest of the world. In terms of trends, I mean, everyone's talking about AI now. I'd like to see that really be useful for me and my suppliers and the people that I work with to help cut costs, because that is, it's a tighter environment now. It's a tighter economy. Anything that we can do to make people's time more efficient and use those tools, the better.
And so on another note, do you see the global economic situation impacting the e-commerce sector? Have you had to navigate that as a company?
Yeah, it's impacting us to an extent. We've been lucky in that we kind of launched at Superfarm just when the economy was starting to turn, so it hasn't affected us too much at this point. But there are a lot of other, the dollar value, the interest rates, cost of shipping, cost of products. All these things are amounting into factors that impact our business, of course.
And is there anything that you're focusing on in particular in terms of expansion, innovation? What are kind of your goals for the future at the moment?
We're expanding in how we're going to be reaching our customers in terms of omni-channel, and where people shop. But in terms of using the technology for new products, there are a ton of other things that are either here or coming out in the next year or two. For example, we just launched a men's line, which I think is a wonderful way of using the technology really for all of our audiences. There are bathing suits, there's adaptive clothing for women with disabilities, there's products for babies, breastfeeding. It's kind of very, very wide, and there are many more products that are coming down the pipeline that'll be available soon.
So exciting. Really like an amazing company and product. I love it. On that note, we have to close the conversation, but thank you so much for talking with me.